It is nearly time for the Nuremberg Toy Fair, and last year I was lucky enough to be invited along by Tamiya UK, and it was awesome. And I obviously didn't say anything or do anything to upset them or Tamiya themselves because I've been invited along again. And this year I thought I'd try and squeeze an RC car in my suitcase. Because I thought it'd be really cool to maybe get something and, well, drive it around there and stick a camera on it and just, well, do something different. And obviously I've been invited by Tamiya, so it's only right that I take one of their cars. And this is one of the smallest they do, so it should be relatively easy to stick it with my hand luggage. Now, it's not only because of its size that I want to take it with me. The Tamiya Mini for me it's a bit nostalgic because, well, we'll talk about it in a minute, but it was the very first brand new kit that I bought back in '96. Last year I made a video about the Honda City Turbo because that was being released at the Nuremberg Toy Fair. So I made a video about this, then we went and had a look at the Tamiya booth, and that was last year's topic. And some of you might be thinking, well, this was released ages ago. Yeah, you're right, it was. And I got this one back in the summer, like 2025, last year, back in the summer I got this. And I planned to do some stuff with it, then they all sold out. The first batch sold out, and then the second batch came in, or the second batch was meant to be around this sort of time and they got in early. So it's kind of been sat there and I've kind of been like just dragging my heels with it. But there is a new Mini being released as well, and it's going to be, I think, on the MO5 chassis. But we'll have a look at that later on the video when we get to Nuremberg, but let's get this thing sorted. So this version is on the MB01 chassis. It's not everyone's favourite chassis because, well, we'll talk about it when I've finished building it, but I have already done the BT01, which is pretty much the same, just slightly longer. What I like about it though is you can do different configurations. So you can do midship rear motor, rear wheel drive, front motor, front wheel drive. I think you can do front motor, rear wheel drive as well. I'm going front motor, front wheel drive, otherwise, well, it's a Mini. It's got to be front motor, front wheel drive. Also going to put a few hop-ups on it, but one thing I'm not doing is putting a crazy brushless motor in it. We're going for a nice sport tuned. So sticking with Tamiya, this will add just a little bit more speed to it. And these front wheel drive ones, I like driving them, they're really good fun, but put too much power in them and, well, you can't use it. I love the Mini, and the Mini was the first ever when it was the MB01 back in '96. In 1996, I spent my first wage slip from my job on a Mini. And that is 17-year-old me with long hair, with my Mini in the 90s. I think I should grow my hair long again like that. So there's the chassis, all done, bearings throughout, oil shocks on there, low friction little ball connector things, all shimmed up as I did with the BT01. If you want to see more in depth about how to get these MB01s and the BT01 like dialed in and shimmed, Phil at Poor Boys RC did a very good video on how to get this chassis just a little bit more dialed in. And for me, I've not run it rear wheel drive, and I think rear wheel drive it's not all that great, but certainly front wheel drive is really good fun. So I've already trimmed the body, and this is actually the second body I got. The first one comes with the arches kind of pre-cut and holes drilled in it, the one you get in the box. I had to buy another body because I made a little bit of a mistake. This is the body that came in the box, and when I was cleaning it all up with a little blade, the back and the front are very thin. and I sliced into the back there, so I wasn't happy, so I had to get another body in. But that's all trimmed up. I just need to mask it up and then decide what colour I'm going to do. But as it's Tamiya's 50th anniversary this year, I thought I'd maybe bling things up a little bit. So I've got the hop-up wheels. These are the wheels that come with it, just sort of plain. I guess you could paint them yourself, but I got the hop-up chrome ones that you can get, and I'm just going to run the stock tyres. I might see if I've got some foams to put in there as well, but stock tyres, nice chrome wheels, and then yeah, got to decide what colour to do the body. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to get these wheels and tyres on, and then we'll fire this up and I'll just show you everything working on it. There we go, nice shiny wheels. Now the good thing about this chassis is they've gone away from like the curved sort of NiCad or nickel metal hydride shaped battery, and you've got a square battery tray on this. There is a bit of foam on the front of the gearbox, so this one's a bit of a tight fit, but you can fit a pretty standard square battery in. This one is tight because of that foam, but well, it's just generally a little bit tight, but it does go in and it locks in place perfectly. So good for your new modern style batteries. Well, say modern, they've been around a while now, haven't they? Just got a standard Dumbo RC transmitter. These are really easy to use, function well. You've got your trims and your jewel rates on there. The geometry is kind of set to box stock. I have put a little bit of toe out on the front. The rear's towing a fair bit, but it's front wheel drive, so I've kind of set it to how I think it'll drive better. The oil shocks feel nice. It's nice and planted. It comes with like friction dampers, and they're not great. So hopefully with a little bit of fine tuning out of the box, it will drive as my BT01 did, because that was really good. So steering, I've set my endpoints. You don't get a great deal of steering on these, but set the endpoints up. Relatively cheap e-tronic servo in there. Obviously we've got the Sport Tune motor in there, so we've got a bit more oomph. Actually, the tyres balloon a little bit. Oh, I'm not going to do a little wheel spin on my new mat. Which is a good point actually to talk about some of the Tamiya stuff you can get. This is actually a little bit of an important bit that a lot of people don't realise when they're building these kits. The Tamiya stuff, even though they look like your standard crosshead, like your Phillips as you'd call it, they're actually Japanese industry standard, JIS. And I've had this screwdriver for a long time, and finally on the last build it kind of started wearing and rounding off at the top. So it kept slipping. This is an intentional plug for Tamiya because they gave me these. These are Tamiya's own screwdrivers. They're Japanese industry standard and they're a perfect fit in the Tamiya screws. I also asked for a cutting mat and a pair of scissors to cut the body, although I found these, they just felt a little bit thick on the end there. I don't know whether they're, I don't know if it was just me, but anyway, pair of cutting scissors. Anyway, there you go. That was, like I said, a intentional plug for their stuff because they sent me that. They sent me obviously the Mini and they invited me out to Nuremberg. And full disclosure, I am not on their payroll. I know I've seen people in the past have some little snide digs that I'm on their payroll. I'm not on their payroll. I pay for my flights, I pay for my hotel. I just go with them and I'm allowed to use the Tamiya booth as a bit of a hub and eat their food and drink their coffee. Right, let's do a little front wheel drive burnout and then I'm going to have a look at what I can do with that body. I love front wheel drive stuff. If you've never driven a front wheel drive RC car before, you need to. It's just a different thing. It's so cool. Oh, it goes nice and straight. Little launch. That drives nice and straight. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Right. I'll get this body done and then, well, I'll see you at the toy fair. So we have arrived in Nuremberg. It's a very snowy Nuremberg. It's nice and clear here, but out there, it's definitely, there's quite a bit of snow. Anyway, we're here. It's the 75th anniversary. Yes, this toy fair has been going for 75 years. And we're here to have a look at this thing. Look how good the Mini came out. There's not much light here, so you can't see the metallic from the blue, but it came out so good, so clean. And you might think, why has it got a sunroof? Well, this is the reason it's got a sunroof. It's a camera car. Now it's pretty busy in there, so I don't know how well we're going to get to the Tamiya booth, but we'll give it a go. We're definitely not getting through there with that curb. Oh, I need to run up. Thank you. Right, Tamiya is in hall 7, so we need to make our way to hall 7. Probably be easier to cut through here, I think. Told you it had snowed, didn't I? Sneak into the Rolalo stand. You can drive it if you want.
Don't crash it, don't crash
it. Don't crash it, I just built it. Turn the speed down anyway. It was too fast for in here. No, it's good, it's good, I liked it, yeah, good. Well done, you passed. You passed. Right, anyway, off to Tamiya. And here we are, Tamiya. And look, there it is there. So I have done a full tour of the Tamiya stand, but this is just the RC stuff and just the highlights. We've got, on the MO5 chassis, we've got the 1994 Mini Cooper Rally. That is such a nice looking body. MO5 chassis, obviously that's on the MB01. They're last year's releases. We got the Quirk hopper. That's new, looks good fun. It's on the GF02 chassis. I watched them driving around earlier. It does look like it's going to be good fun. Updated lunchbox is the Lunchbox Evo. Vanessa's had a haircut as well. But anyway, this has got a revised front suspension. Servo position has changed, and it's got a full link setup at the rear and oil shocks. Seen that driving around as well, and it looks like it handles a little bit better. But you've still got that fun sort of bounciness of the Lunchbox, popping wheelies and stuff, but just fine-tuned a bit in the Evo spec. and the body is screwed on now instead of those fragile body pins that everyone replaces with metal ones. This is probably my favourite of the show, and that is the F-150 Ranger. The last time you could buy one of these new was in 1984. 42 years, and yeah, it's back. LEDs sold separately, but man, what a good looking thing. It's also got a revised body mount system on the front, which is pretty cool. And there she is there, driving. I've got an original one, so we'll be getting one of these, and I'll, yeah, we'll have a look at them side by side, and we'll maybe make this brushless power. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. I know it is a solid axle still at the back. I didn't know whether it had a diff in it, but still fixed spool at the back. Oh look, Lunchbox Evo is going around at the moment, look. Can't really see much with the speed around here, but it definitely, the suspension definitely works better. Well, you can actually see. You can see that it's digging in a bit more, but it's still got that fun kind of stuff about it. We got some new motors, a new TRF chassis, TRF 421. That is like your top end Tamiya stuff. That is, yeah, a work of art. Beautiful. New on the TTO2 chassis, the Zaxby Capri. Very nice. These things are awesome. I have got a Jägermeister version. And then one a lot of people are well, actually, a lot of people are talking about the F-150, but the 50th anniversary Porsche 934. And what's cool about it, it is on a brand new chassis. See rear motor sticking out the back, very scale, trailing arms, very nice. Had a little drive of it earlier on that little area up there, and again, can't really get up to much speed on it, but felt quite nice. It felt very sharp on the steering, very nice and direct. And I'm not sure if many people have mentioned this, the little plaque that comes on the box, it says on it, serial number. That makes me think these are going to be numbered. And if these are numbered, probably makes it even more special. But anyway, so this is the star of the show, but I'm not sure if the F-150, well, online anyway, the F-150 has maybe stolen it from it. So that's it from Nuremberg. I'm on my way home. First thing in the morning, that's the MB-01 Mini, turned into a camera car, and I'm definitely going to get one of the M05s because that thing is really, really nice. And I'm also going to get myself the Lunchbox Evo. Why wouldn't you get one, eh?